Morning guys, welcome to DOdaily. Wake up to walk. Who's ready to attack the day? It's nice and bright today, so I'm really pleased about that. Obviously it's a clear day, so gives me a chance to get out a little bit earlier than normal, a little bit earlier than recently, and really make the most of it. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm actually at the top of Robin Hood Chase, right in the middle of Nottingham. I said I was going to walk from point to point today, and I just wanted to highlight really how, even from one of the most urban areas in Nottingham, how close it is to get to an area, an open space. Do you know, one of these parks that I like to get around and walk. So whilst I'm walking from one to the other, I'm actually walking up a steep hill at the moment. Anyone that knows Robin Hood Chase knows it's really quite steep at the top, and taking my breath a little bit. But there you go. But such a nice place to be. It's actually one of my favourite places to be in Nottingham. Do you know, I run and walk here whenever I can, when I do something sort of local, and just see it's kind of one of the old-fashioned kind of promenade type things. I was just reading something on Wikipedia. It's part of 4 walkways that were commissioned in some 1845, I think, for people to use as recreational spaces. And whenever I actually walk them, I think it must have been amazing when they were used to the full effect. You know, particularly in the summer. Probably not so much in the winter like it is now. But these ones in particular offer great views. You can see the sun coming up behind me there, you know, and hopefully when we get a bit further up the hill, you know, there's some great views of the city. That's why I really like coming up. You know, it's one of the highest points within the city centre, just on the border of St Anne's and Mapley. But what I'm going to do, I'm walking from, like I say, walking from St Anne's down towards the Arboretum and the Forest Rec, places I've been before. But the reality is it's only about a 10-minute walk. You know, it's really more views of the city there. Yeah, 10 minutes, you know, just to get to an open space. So anyone that says they've got nothing on the doorstep, you know, whilst I've been attending local parks, you know, making the most of those, really enjoying them, you know, this is just hopefully going to prove that you can walk wherever, you know. And sometimes when when it's dark and I still want to get out, you know, walking around the city, you know, enjoying what we've got is absolutely amazing. You know, again, just keep sort of popping these views up at you. You know, really good they are. But it's a nice morning, like I say, ready to attack it. We've got another busy day ahead, but as ever, it's important to do this. And I was thinking, I say it every week, I'm really tired, but that doesn't matter, does it? You know, a lot of people have said to me, how do you get up so early? I'm not a morning person. I'm not the sort of person to jump out of bed and be alive. But neither am I, to be honest, you know. But it's just natural, isn't it, to get up and not be a normal person. We need a time to wake up and sort of come to terms with the day. That's just being a normal human being. I'll just show you a view there. I don't know if you can see it, but right on the horizon you can see Radcliffe on Soul Power Station. It's probably one of the things you can see from most places in Nottingham. But yeah, what I was saying there is you don't have to be a morning person. This is what sort of brings you around. This is what gives you the chance to attack the day. You know, I'm always talking about the importance of daily activity, so I can get this in first thing, you know, and by doing that it means it's kind of ticked off, it's in the bank. You know, if I don't get an opportunity to get out throughout the rest of the day, it's done. And what I said there about it's normal to sort of wake up and be a bit away with yourself and not quite come to terms with the world. Do you know, if you let that go on through the day, that's not really normal, is it? Do you know? But this gives you the chance to sort of brush all those cobwebs away, you know, like I say, come to terms with it, plan, prepare, do what you have to do, you know, just enjoy the sort of, at this time of year in particular, crisp, cold conditions. Don't have to be it don't have to be a negative for coming out in the cold, you know. Again, lots of people say, I can't believe you still do it in the winter. I do it every day, it doesn't matter to me, you know. Can get wrapped up. We don't live in such a cold climate here that you can't get out, you know, whilst it is a bit chilly, you know. It's just fantastic. And on dark mornings, you know, absolutely brilliant. Not many people about, which is crucial at the moment, you know, so the opportunity to get out there, come to terms with the day, think about what it's going to throw at us, you know. And if you still feel it, like I've already touched on, if you're still feeling a bit glum come midday, then you really do need to snap out of it. But I can assure you, by doing this, that's not going to be the case. You'd only feel that if you sort of sat around in your pyjamas complaining about the world around you. Get out and enjoy it. That's the important thing, you know. Get that fresh air in, you know, and really attack what we're doing, because when you do that, everything changes, you know. I've already mentioned how quiet it is, just a few birds singing, you know, and just kind of can't explain it very well, but just the feeling of being at peace with everything. Do you know, I've already learnt something today. Do you know, the little stat I threw at you about the beginning about when these things were created, these pathways. Do you know, and it's not much. It's not a great deal. It's perhaps something I partly know anyway, but just feels like I've done something. As you can see, some spectacular buildings around here as well, and that's what I think really intrigues me. I kind of remember the times that these popped up, and like I say, with the fact they was created themselves as open spaces, it's just intriguing to think how they might have been used back in the day. People probably didn't have to travel so far to parks, but it's not that far. Do you know, I'm already halfway there. I've only been walking for 7 minutes. Anyone that knows Nottingham knows that the city's quite, this side of the city's quite built up. It's known for people living in close proximity. Morning. It's people live in close proximity, so just getting out the way a little bit, you know, taking that opportunity to get out into the parks, up onto these promenades, you know, absolutely fantastic. It's just a great way of being at ease with yourself a little bit. You know, we can all get a little, well, I don't know if everyone gets the same, but I get a little bit claustrophobic when I feel everything's on top of me, you know, when I feel sort of enclosed by everything that's going on around me. And there's a lot right now, isn't there? It's really, really difficult right now. So just getting out here, you know, even amongst everything else I do, I'll meet people throughout the week to run, walk, but this opportunity on a Friday, you know, for the time being, I have to do it on my own. Something I'm looking at taking forward and perhaps creating a bit of a group on the back of it, but for the time being, it's absolutely fantastic to get out on my own, you know. And whilst I am a bit groggy and coming around to things, you know, I don't have to sort of put that on anybody else. It's all down to me, you know, and that feels fantastic when I have actually come to terms with things, when I've got to grips with the day and when I'm moving forward. Like I say, it's another busy day today. Lots to do. Already starting to think about the weekend and the plans for that. You know, I mentioned yesterday how I like to keep myself busy, despite the fact I get a lot of chance to relax. We all do at the moment because of lockdown, but I like to keep myself busy and on top of things, because it's great doing it and having that extra bit of time, isn't it? That's absolutely fantastic. So if you plan something in, you know, a local walk, a local run, whatever, some form of daily activity. That's the most important thing. In the morning, even better, you know, just to get one in, just to know it's done. It's fantastic for the mind, you know, it's fantastic for making you feel like you've achieved something. And we don't get that feeling every day, do we? We don't always feel like we've achieved something. But like I said earlier on, if you kind of go through the day like that, it does become a little bit of it being your fault. Whereas in the morning, let's not put too much pressure on ourselves. You know, if we wake up feeling a bit tricky, that's absolutely fine. Nobody wakes up and thinks, I need to jump out of bed. Well, I suppose you do sometimes, but you know what I mean. It's a difficult one. So yeah, just thought I'd show you the delights of St Anne's and Mapley Park borders. You know, I'm just walking down now towards Mansfield Road in the city. On the other side, you've got the Arboretum and the Forest Rec. It took 10 minutes to get to one from the other, and I've actually walked around in a circle for a little bit of it. So get out there, guys, get active, have a great weekend. Make sure you post up that Saturday selfie wherever you are, and we'll share that across the story. Keep inspiring, keep motivating, and have a good day. Just doing it.